Good morning, one and all. Welcome to this Ayurved International Business Webinar. Thank you for your time to register and join this session. If in case you missed this webinar somehow, you will get the chance to see the recorded version. I'm your host and speaker, Dr. Praful Kumar, and will be with you for the next couple of minutes. Friends, first of all, let me tell you, this webinar is not for selling anything. I'm going to present a new perspective of what is going to be changed and how well prepared are we as a farmer, feed miller, or just a business owner distributing value-added feed additives. Although you get a feel that presentation details a specific solution, I'm sure you will get newer insight like never before. We are fortunate to live in the time to access to so much information. The modern-day poultry farmer or pig farmer is no exception. Confronted with the range of commercial solutions for the use in chicken diet to increase performance and improve return on investment, feed manufacturers and poultry farmers are therefore faced with complicated choices of which product to use, each painted with clever publicity to promote their own active ingredients, and they claim superiority. Often farmers and feed manufacturers don't have the time to analyze which feed additive gives the best performance, return on investment, and of course gives safe animal produce for their customers, but is an important choice for them to make. So we are here to talk on science behind Methiorep, which is synthetic methionine replacer. If you know about Methiorep, it's cool, but if you do not know, then for them it is one of the novel feed additive from Ayurveda which can replace costly synthetic methionine in animal feed and can give better or similar performance at lower cost, but with elements of food safety. This webinar is for everyone who is in the business of making profits from animal farming or animal food production, whether he be looking for economical solution or looking for food safety in his offerings or just more profits. Let me give you some sensible question in the form of a poll so that I may know my attendees and their understandings. It is just a few questions. Click yes or no or maybe. That's it. It would be a live poll, so we will give you result as soon as you finish. You have 2 minutes to do this poll and your time starts now. Thank you for your answers. Let me see the results. 85% attendees uses methionine in their feed or formulation. 40% attendees says that they know that methionine price fluctuates as crude oil prices fluctuates, and they know that raw material comes from the crude oil. Great. 70% people do not know the hazards related to synthetic methionine and they have never tried natural alternatives. But 90% people are okay with some solution if they get equal production from animals in lesser cost, at the same time make their meat and egg products safe without synthetic residues and fit from food production point of view. It's awesome. You are at the right place. Still, some people might be thinking, I'm happy with synthetic methionine or chemical feed additive inclusions. Why should I change? That's correct. Nobody wants the change. But let me tell you, world is changing fast and it's faster than what we can anticipate. So is the market demand and dynamics. Your consumer, that means our business drivers, are becoming more and more aware about food safety. What is there in their food? They want to know it. Sooner or later, they will find some farms which can provide them chicken reared on comparatively safe feed and chemical-free ingredients at lower cost. Yes, I said lesser cost. It would be nice if we are at the place to supply them what they want, isn't it? So let's begin with the introduction, which I guess I have already started, but for latecomers, let me give brief intro. Every farm owner trying to optimize the feed cost. In that process, synthetic are being fed for fortified production or to support growth. Volatile prices of costly additives like synthetic methionine adds a double assault to profit and safety, because you never know at what price you are going to get the synthetic methionine next time, and that may squeeze your profits. Some thought-provoking fact that you might not be knowing. Recent research says that extra supplied synthetic methionine in the feed may make your produce unsafe by oxidation of supplied methionine, which produces sulfate and may cause poor bone mineralization. Next is ingredients of synthetic methionine are very, very harsh chemical. In fact, that means raw materials that are being used for production of synthetic methionine are very, very harsh chemicals, dangerous chemical. They are toxic and cancerous and can never produce a final pure, safe and 100% natural methionine. This is a part of the small print on the label that does not tell you. You can see in the graph that the legitimate uses of synthetic methionine is gradually decreasing from 2.5 kg per ton to 1 kg per ton in case of the broilers and layers. I will detail this in the next coming slides. So, if you look into the prices of synthetic methionine, it is fluctuating and spiking. You never know what will happen next. Your profit is dependent on delicate balance of revenue and input cost. Your revenue remains more or less constant by selling same chicken at the same market. Probability of getting higher return from increased market price or meat or egg is less. But if crude oil price is high, your cost of supplementation of methionine become more. Consequently, your profit or margin get lowered. It's really unpredictable. You can see in this slide. Adding to it, there are some more issues that you have to keep in mind for changing perspective of food safety. European laws on feed and food safety are the strictest in the world. The EU has been considered to be the world's leader in safety and development standards with regard to animal feed and food production safety. EU regulations are being followed or implemented by other developing countries sooner or later. EU bans the use of synthetic methionine late in 2006 in organic production owing to its synthetic residues, but they had to allow it to fixed quantity inclusion in one to potential alternative of methionine. Gradually, these fixed inclusions got reduced every single year. What would be the cause of such ban? Is there anything that this authority hiding from common people? Yes, you are right. The extent of irreversible damage that this kind of synthetic additive can do to human, but to support production and pressure from chemical lobbyists, they had to give such extension that you have seen in the earlier slide, why they had to reduce the uses of methionine in organic production of poultry from 2.5 to 1 kg, and then in the next meeting it may go down. Now it's no longer a hidden secret that the power of phytogenics, and so phytoadditive replacement options are well studied and validated all over the world by different independent researchers. Herbs are known to mimic the activity of many molecules. Take the example of sugar or sucrose, which is made from glucose and fructose. We all add sugar to sweeten our tea or coffee. We can have the same sweetness by one herb, stevia also. Phytochemical inside stevia mimic or copy the action of sugar or sucrose, but is not having glucose or fructose inside. Stevia plant extract, without having sucrose or glucose or fructose, copies the desired action to give sweetness to our beverage and makes it sweet. And we know that stevia is safer than sugar, but stevia is expensive than sugar. What if we have more safer sweetness from stevia at economical price, better than available sugar? Then we all would first try to use stevia, and then it would be a big problem for sugar factories as the demand would go down. Same kind of biomimicking herbs are available in nature, and in synergistic addition, they can mimic activity of methionine, choline, and some vitamin 2. So this is the concept behind phytoadditive replacement options. So presenting Methiorep, a globally acclaimed pure science-based solution which has power to reduce methionine supplementation cost, giving you more profit, and would make your meat and egg production more safe and fit for human consumption. So what are the unique points about Methiorep apart from unmatched economical production and environmental benefit? Wait a second. What is the environmental benefit of Methiorep? You know that for sustaining life in this earth, we need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, or so-called NPK. Nitrogen and potassium is in plenty, but phosphorus is the limiting factor. We have limited reserves of phosphorus in the form of rock phosphates in the world. It will last not more than 20 years if we continue wasting it without giving time to nature to restore it through phosphorus cycle. Poultry is one such source which wastes phosphorus in very bad way. They can use very limited amount of supplied phosphorus in feed, and rest of unutilized phosphorus go in droppings. It is of course wastage of money. More importantly, with rains, this dropping with phosphorus goes into nearby water bodies. It kills the aquatic life by increasing biological oxygen demand and blooms blue-green algae. So when we give Methiorep to poultry bird, it improves the retention of phosphorus in the body, and according to a calculation, it saves 5 kg rock phosphate per bird. In this way, you will help to deplete phosphorus slowly and give more time, that means phosphorus cycle, to replenish phosphorus in the world. This is the bigger picture. Okay, let's see what is inside. Some herbs and balancing them in synergy. So what these herbs possess and help replacing methionine. You can see there are Cicer, Phaseolus trigonella, Glycine, Azadirachta, Triticum, Allium, Boervia, Micuna, elliptica. Well, ingredients of Methiorep contain natural precursor of enzymes and intermediates which helps to complete methionine cycle more effectively. Now, what is this methionine cycle? We all know methionine is one of the essential amino acid for poultry, and they require it for protein synthesis. Basically, methionine donates methyl group through undergoing a series of reaction inside cell which starts with methionine and ends in methionine. Giveaway of methionine cycle are some intermediate molecules which are required for many metabolic activities for growth and production. In earlier days, poultry were free-range chickens, obtaining their nutritional requirement from natural ingredient. Natural methionine from herbal protein sources kept triggering to complete methionine cycle in the birds, but gradually we kept them in captivity and fed them what we wanted to feed, not what they wanted to. This led to feed low quality ingredient to poultry and essential nutrient kept on supplementing externally. Now let's look at how Methiorep helps to improve methionine cycle in cells of birds. As Methiorep contain precursor of methionine, like SAMI or L-DOPA. It aids in the cyclic pathway to added supplementation and boost production of methionine at the end. This is very, very important to enhance bioavailability of supplied methionine. Consequently, all related metabolic activities are now adequately accomplished. Let's have some scientific references for mechanism of action of herbs in Methiorep. Allicin, which comes from garlic extract, mimics the activity of cysteine precursor, a sulfur-containing amino acid, and S-adenosyl methionine or SAM. So it also mimics sulfur-containing amino acid methionine. Two scientists, Berna and Corcoran et al., validated this research independently in late 1986 and 2004. L-DOPA, which comes from Mucuna pruriens, one of the ingredients of Methiorep, is known for upregulation and expression of methyltransferase enzyme activity in methionine cycle. Scientist Hoa et al. Researched and validated this in 2001. Allium sativum contains more than 30 sulfur compounds, several enzymes, and 15 plus amino acids. It mimics the biological activity like that of synthetic methionine. Jennifer confirmed this in 2002. There are various mechanisms of action of ingredient phytochemicals in Methiorep that is validated through research from independent scientists worldwide. Nevertheless, we have more than 500 research publications on our natural solution in national and international journal of repute. There are some phytochemicals or so-called active marker compound in Methiorep ingredient herbs, which gives them unique property to the product. Like Allium cepa contains cycloalline responsible for methyl donation. Allium sativum contains methyl allyl sulfate, which is a protein precursor. Mucuna contains L-DOPA, which imparts methyl donation activity to the product. Azadirachta indica have a special role in protecting liver cells from oxidation of methionine or other toxin in the body. Bohevia diffusa contain punarnavoside, which is again hepatoprotective. One important thing to note that liver is very crucial in metabolism of protein and fat. So better liver function means better protein synthesis. Similarly, Trigonella having trigonoside, which is anti-hepatotoxic and hypoglycemic. These are not all, but some to give you idea what Methiorep contain inside, which is not visible, but very, very powerful phytochemicals evoking vital responses in the body of birds. Now something interesting to note, the herbal activity profile of Methiorep. Let me open this file to give you a closer look. This document contains ingredients of herbs along with its validated activity. You note that these activities are having some numbers as superscript. What are these numbers? See again. Second herb is Allium sativum, which is a protein source with superscript 2 and 4. When you scroll down to see references and look at reference number 1 and 2, you will find the scientific papers where this activity against Allium sativum was validated. Similarly, you will find major herbs in Methiorep, their activity profile and their references where this action or activity was validated in which paper or which scientist. Try Google to find out these references to learn more about the action of a particular herb. The idea here is to let you know how scientific these herbal ingredients are with well-documented proof worldwide. We also conduct many researches in India and abroad to validate Methiorep as solution for methionine replacement, along with other important biochemical parameter study for overall food safety. We have till now 13 research done on national level on India, 4 international research trials and 4 theses written on Methiorep by research scholars, veterinarians during their master's degree. Around 8 national and international publications on Methiorep is available, which you will find it on internet by searching pertinent keyword in Google like herbal methionine or Methiorep as such. These are the list of national trial reports. I will scroll through. I will scrolling as this list is continued. International trials which were done in prestigious institutions in USA and Spain. This slide is about master's and PhD thesis written on Methiorep by different scholars. You'll find these articles very interesting, copy of which are available in our R&D library. You can ask for it. Or we can take a break of 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you may like to visit our YouTube channel and look for exciting curtain raiser on novel feed additive. So link will appear now. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Hope you like novel feed additive curtain raiser. We do upload such promo videos on exciting concepts on our YouTube channel. Do subscribe our channel on the YouTube to encourage us. Now this part of the webinar will be on validation studies for broilers, layers and other species. So what we have for meat producing chicken or broilers. We will not go very technical this time, but give you a glimpse of what we got to show you honestly. One publication which was recently published on International Current Journal of Research, title is Alternative Methionine Supplementation Option in Broilers, which included performance and organoleptic evaluation of birds and its meat. So for this experiment, 200-day-old chicken was divided into two groups having 100 chicks each. One group was supplied synthetic DL-methionine and other group was supplied Methiorep and synthetic methionine in combination at the rate of 1 kg per ton of feed. Similar management condition was applied for both groups of chickens. Feed and water was supplied generously. Let's have a look at results for performance parameters like what is the average body weight, average FCR, average feed consumption, mortality, etc. So Methiorep group definitely has edge over synthetic ones in all parameters. Methiorep group average weight per birds comes to be 161 gram extra. That's very significant improvement, one must say. FCR or feed efficiency got better by 11%. Outstanding. Methiorep saves feed consumption too by 186 grams per bird. How is this possible? Now you can correlate mechanism of action of Methiorep along with nutrient retention ability of Methiorep, which helps birds to utilize supplied nutrient in most effective way to produce more amount of bone and flesh in lesser feed. So you provide feed that is optimally taken by the bird, but degree of feed utilization is more as liver worked well also. It enhances the fat metabolism, reducing the mortality. That's great. So what about carcass rate for both groups? Let's check it. When we slaughtered birds from both groups, we found better carcass yield by 6%. That is, edible portion is 6% more. This means if you are selling processed meat of chicken, you will be paid more. So more meat after each slaughter is guaranteed. We also studied the immunity providing organ status of both groups after slaughter of birds. We found significant positive difference in Methiorep group of weight of spleen, weight of bursa. This unfolds the secret of mortality. Why Methiorep helps birds to survive little extra in abnormal situation or to withstand stress better than synthetic methionine supplemented group. Better immunity means more survival of birds. That is evident in less mortality in Methiorep supplemented group. We sell our live birds to customer or processed meat is taken by ultimately consumer. Look, feel, taste, aroma and shelf life are very important parameter in judging the quality of meat of chicken. Perceived value of chicken meat is better if it looks natural, tastes naturals and look fresh. To ascertain what effect Methiorep have in organoleptic parameter of chicken, we included this parameter also. We measured both group on 8-point hedonic scale, which is a scientific way of doing it, and found Methiorep scores significantly better in color, appearance, flavor and overall palatability over synthetic methionine supplemented group. Now some more evaluation for layers. As layers are reared longer, so we will include experiment which revealed comparable results. One publication in 2013 gives insight on egg production and quality of layers, published at Society of Animal Physiology conference. Let's have a look. Here 90 Rhode Island red chicken was divided into 3 groups having 30 birds in each group. One group was control, given basal diet without supplementation of external or natural or synthetic methionine. Second group was DLM group, supplemented with synthetic DL-methionine at the rate of 1 kg per ton of feed. And third group was Methiorep group. Methionine was supplied in combination of Methiorep and synthetic methionine at the rate of 1 kg per ton of feed. In this experiment, all groups were under observation from 20 week to 35 week and were under equal managemental conditions. The result reveals that both DLM supplemented and Methiorep groups have comparable egg production percentage, egg weight, but Methiorep group has little better on mortality. Not to mention that for layers, mortality is the most important parameters for egg production. If a bird survives, it will add around 300 eggs extra in its lifetime. Methiorep also has toxicity studies wherein Methiorep was experimented with albino rats and supplied in heavy dose 50 times than the normal, and then biochemical parameters were studied for any abnormality according to OECD guidelines. Methiorep premix is found as very safe at high limit dose also and can be recommended as a very safe product to replace methionine in regular basis. Application of Methiorep is very important to understand for the success of this solution. Methiorep can be used in poultry and pig both. For poultry, methionine is essential amino acid and part of it must come from the diet. We have checked with various permutation combination of Methiorep and synthetic methionine to give the best boost on the methionine cycle and production. It's variable according to the quality of the feed ingredient. Yes, I repeat, replacement percentage of Methiorep varies and it is dependent on quality of feed ingredient supplied, especially quality of protein, providing supplement like soya and fish meal. We have found that if the ingredient quality is good, that means natural methionine is the ingredient is high and that is enough to evoke methionine cycle in the bird. If ingredient quality of feed is not good, then more synthetic methionine needs to be supplied. A part of supplied methionine compensate for natural methionine and rest work for better growth and production. Methiorep can replace extra methionine which is being used for growth and production. But if you try to replace more than that by replacing part of supplied synthetic methionine, production may drop. So be on the safer side, and to start with, without knowing quality of ingredient of feed, we can replace 30% of the supplied DL methionine confidently in poultry and 70% of supplied DL methionine in pigs. In poultry, it will bring better carcass quality, dressing percentage, organoleptic value apart from economic supplementation cost. In pig, it will help in lean meat production and brings benefit of betaine with better meat quality attributes. Methiorep is being used in progressive farms and feed millers in Poland, Hungary, France, Thailand, Taiwan, Philippines, Nigeria, Syria, Vietnam, etc. Now we will talk a little about methionomics, which is the economics of methionine. If we take 2000 broiler chick and rear them in two groups having 1000 chicks in each group, taking the performance parameter from the last detailed experiment, there is saving in methionine supplementation cost, reduction in production cost, significant increase in price realized when we sell chicken at the end. So in a nutshell, Methiorep gives us profit of $421 per 1000 bird using standard cost of feed and price of sold chicken. So what is the power of one bag of Methiorep of 25 kg? I want you to pay more attention in understanding this. 25 kg bag of Methiorep can be supplemented to 6,548 broilers chicken. Approximate cost of the product would be $80, will help in giving 1.1 ton extra body weight of the chicken and will give you return more than $2,700. The extended picture of 125 kg bag of Methiorep is that it can help you to save 953 kg of feed, which can be used to raise another 250 chicken. It will also save you 629 kg maize and 191 kg soya. In turn, it will save 21 kg of nitrogen, 8 kg of phosphorus and 6 kg pure potassium for growing these maize and soya crops according to Food and Agriculture Organization, or that is FAO. If we look at total production of Methiorep in the year 2014-15, it comes to 14,135 bags of Methiorep. We have manufactured 14,135 bags of Methiorep Assuming that it goes to chicken farms worldwide, then 353 tons of supplied Methiorep saves 13,470 tons of feed and helps 16,863 tons of extra proteinous meat produced and imparted 2,440 million rupees to farmers as extra profit. Methiorep is truly a real value creating solutions for all. It remains as bestseller brand for Ayurveda for the last 3 consecutive years. Now, how much you can save through interactive profit calculator, which takes your input cost and other market variable, where you can choose number of birds, etc., and let you know how much you are saving in your currency. I'm not going to explain every bit of it now, but of course you can ask for your free copy from me by emailing me. So thank you very much for your attention and time. You can always write to me and let me know your experience with this wonderful solution that will prepare you for a better future. Now it's a Q&A time. You can ask your questions. Look at the chat box on your right side. Ask your queries now. I'll be happy to answer. Please do not forget to connect us on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, and my Skype. Have a wonderful day ahead and all the best. God bless you. Signing out from the webinar. It was Dr. Praful from Ayurveda. See you soon with new exciting subject.